right, welcome back everybody to Brick Brigade 99, and today we have a very special episode. Today we're going to look at these one of one, the only ones printed. Each one of these is unique and they will never be printed again. One of one custom UV printed Star Wars tiles. They're printed on genuine Lego windows. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at each one individually, up close and personal. And yes, these are available for purchase. You can find them in my shop at Red 5 Trading Company on eBay. I also sell on Whatnot under the same name, Red 5 Trading Company. And make sure to follow us on Instagram as well. Anyway, let's take a look at these bad boys. All right, so we're going to look at these a couple at a time. The first one on the left here, we have Boba Fett with his Mythosaur background emblem, which is really cool with the dark background. Look at the detail on these, absolutely amazing. Let's pan over to the next one here on the right. Here we have Boba Fett in flight with his awesome uniform, kind of comic book style artistry or illustration there. The blaster fire, the colors are so vibrant. Amazing picture. Look at the detail. Here we have the Mandalorian Din Djarin featured in mid-battle. He's probably defending Grogu or trying to save somebody here in this picture, but it's definitely cool. Definitely going to be a keepsake for sure. There are next to no Mandalorian window tiles, so definitely grab this one while it's available. Right here on the left, it looks like we have Boba Fett chilling. He looks like he's got maybe a drink in his hand. His gun is still smoking. He's got probably the Tatooine twin suns behind him, really illustrating and highlighting him from the back. The detail on these tiles is even as amazing as they look on screen. They look so much better in person. You got to check them out. And the picture on the right is kind of almost like a stained glass style. I'm not really sure how to describe that picture of Boba Fett, but it's definitely cool. Kind of like a geometric shape and shading to him, but with the way the dual suns of Tatooine are shining off of his mask, it definitely looks sick. Thing's an absolute unit. Okay, and here on our second row of tiles, we have the 187th Airborne Trooper in the foreground there, and it looks like that might be Cody in the background, keeping an eye on things. But the detail on this tile is like, it's amazing. It's like photorealism. The detail and all the little buckles and straps and the scars and scratches on his helmet, it looks amazing. You got to see this thing in person. And the next tile on the right, we have almost like a tattoo style, biker gang style piece of art, which has Boba Fett obviously wrapped up in, looks like the tentacles of possibly the Sarlacc pit. It's got Bounty Hunter underneath. Just really cool. It's almost like a bust, and his gun's pointing out there to the right, but it is a really sweet tile. And here is probably my absolute favorite. This Captain Rex holding the 332nd helmet, likely after the aftermath of Order 66 and everything that's happened. Just as a real combination of amazing print quality, amazing detail, and captures the emotion and the feelings of, I'm sure, loss that Rex has experienced through an entire lifetime of losing his brothers in battle. So to me, this is probably my favorite piece. It'll be hard for me to part with this one. Here we have an awesome, awesome version of Boba Fett. Slave One in the background. Looks like Boba Fett is mid-shot, firing up his blaster, holding it cocked sideways. We got the stormtroopers in the background. It could be Cloud City. Maybe it's Empire Strikes Back, but either way, that's an amazing scene and it's an amazing shot. And with the light coming from behind, from the board, the light board, the marquee that I have this on, it looks so good. And to the right here, we have an illustrated kind of version of Captain Rex with the block style lettering and the red block style background. And it's just a really cool inverse of him, especially with the pose that he's got, and him looking all tough and absolutely ready to take on whoever comes his way. So it's a sweet picture. All right, and our third row of 5 tiles, we have Vader, and it looks like he is controlling or manipulating all of those different clones by use of the Force. It looks like they're completely subject to his Force powers. So, amazing picture. The color of the blue. Maybe it's lightning, or maybe it's just a picture of the Force. Whatever the artist depiction is, it's truly amazing, especially the way it pops on this background. So here to the right we have the Emperor, and there are very few tiles with the Emperor that have him in an action scene or doing something other than just a pose or a portrait of his face. So this one's really cool because it looks like it's him in his throne room on the Death Star, probably the second one by the looks of it, and most likely this is the scene where he's shocking Luke during Return of the Jedi, trying to get him to convert to the dark side.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
And that Darth Vader right there, our next tile, the third one, and the center tile here on our bottom row of tiles is really amazing. The way that the artist took his cape and kind of made it transparent and put the universe, the galaxy behind him. He's got his lightsaber ignited, and with the sun or some type of aurora, behind him. It just looks amazing, especially when it's backlit like this in this display. It's absolutely amazing. The detail on these tiles is out of this world. And to the right, we have a portrait of the Emperor, kind of like an up-close comic book style drawing illustration of the Emperor and his beautiful face, and him looking like he can't wait to hatch another evil plan. And finally, for this board, we have obviously, it looks like Darth Vader is the scene where he's in Return of the Jedi, and he has decided to save Luke from the Emperor. It looks like the Emperor's Force lightning is hitting Darth Vader with the words "Unleash Pain," and with the contrast of the blue and the kind of like the glowing blue neon "Unleash Pain." The way it's backlit just looks absolutely amazing. So if you're a Darth Vader fan or you're an Emperor fan, there's just some really cool tiles. Stay tuned, we're going to check out some more. I'm not sure if you guys can handle this one, but this is our next window that we're going to take a peek at here, next set of windows. So let's take a close look at each one. Starting on the left, we have Sergeant Hound. It's an amazing picture. The detail in these things is so ridiculous. Next up, we have the Wolf Pack with Commander Wolf in the middle, front and center. The detail on these things is truly amazing when you take a look at all the little nuance and how well this printer captures all the different details. And what's really cool too is you can see, I'm not sure if you can spot it there on the left side, as you can see that wolf peeking out the side, which was really, really nice touch. Next up, in the middle, we have our Coruscant Guard shock troopers ready to take down who's ever in their way. That awesome background. Looks like they might be on Mustafar, the lava rocks. And, looks like maybe an eruption in the background there. Maybe they're looking for Anakin. Okay, up next, this is our fourth tile in this slot, and we have Commander Wolf. And it's really cool. It looks like almost like a painting style artist illustration of him from a really cool perspective, kind of looking up at him, which is pretty neat. It's a unique piece for sure. And then next on the right, we have a epic battle scene. We've got the Republic gunships. We've got the Phase 1 clone troopers on the ground. We've got our heavy clone trooper in the middle there with his chain gun almost going to town, and we can see the rest of the Phase 1 troopers in the background there. It's quite an awesome battle scene, and there's so much going on in there, and the detail that this printer is able to output and to display is truly amazing. And you can display these tiles any way you want. You can put them next to your figures, and it makes them look amazing. You can put them on these light boards. It looks amazing. The possibilities are endless. So it's an amazing opportunity to own these. All right, let's take a look at our second row. And remember, again, these are all one-of-one customs. They're UV printed. They are not stickers. They are UV printed on a $250,000 machine. So that's why the resolution is so amazing. So remember also, they're printed on genuine Lego, which is a nice touch for sure, not some cheap knockoff. But let's take a look. On the left here, we have, it looks like prototype white Boba being backed by 2 Phase 1 clone troopers. So it's a cool tile. It's definitely unique, and I believe this may be the only tile. I know it's the only tile that I own that has the prototype boba on it. So I've been to almost all of the shows where these things were being auctioned, and I don't recall ever seeing another prototype boba, so this could be the only tile in existence with him on it, so grab it now. So next we have Cad Bane, right up close and personal. He's got his blaster out, he's firing, and he's got his classic Cad Bane cowboy pose. And it's a sweet, sweet, sweet tile. There aren't many Cad Bane tiles. This might be one of 2 that I've seen, so jump on it while you can. So in the middle here we have Captain Fordo, and he's illustrated just like he was in that animated series. Really cool, very rare, unique tile. It's a must-have for anyone who's a true Clone Wars fan. And next up we have an amazing Darth Maul tile. There's so much detail in this, and the way that his red pops against the black, it's in the detail of that the printer was able to pick up from the illustration. It's stunning when you look at it in person. Speaking of stunning, we have Dengar. Kind of looks like Bill Belichick a little bit in this tile, but we have Dengar, and it has an amazing amount of photorealism in this particular tile. It kind of looks like someone took a photograph and printed it right on this tile, which I guess is probably a pretty accurate description of what happened. But it's really cool, especially if you're a bounty hunter person or you're a bounty hunter collector. It's a must-have for your collection. All right, I don't know if you guys are ready for this one here on the left, but that is the only tile in existence that has Captain Rex and Commander Cody on it, as well as some other clones featured in the background. It looks like Cody might be giving Captain Rex some orders. Maybe they're talking about their next battle plan. Maybe they're talking about how crazy Anakin is. Who knows? Either way, when you look at this tile, it is amazing, and it just makes your imagination go. And if you put this next to your Commander Cody minifigure or your Captain Rex minifigure, you put the 2 together, let me tell you, the combination of these tiles displayed next to your creatively displayed next to your minifigures, it really makes for an awesome display. Your friends will be drooling without question. All right, and here we have a really cool version of Commander Wolf with the gray background. It really helps make him pop. There aren't many tiles with the gray background, and it's cool how they have kind of that color splash behind it, which really helps them to stand out too, but it's a sweet tile. Next we have a tile that features Commander Cody. This is a really cool tile, and there are very few that feature Commander Cody exclusively or alone, and this is a really cool portrait of him. He's probably, I'm going to guess, on Geonosis somewhere. Maybe he's taking care of something for Obi-Wan, but either way, it's a really cool tile, and it's, like I've said, all of these are one of a kind, never to be made again. Here we have on this tile, really cool version of Commander Fox firing his blaster, or charging up to fire his blaster right at the camera, which is really cool. Looks like he might be in some Republic facility or something, where in the background it's gray. It's really cool. The amount of detail and the contrast is absolutely beautiful. And next here on the right, we have another Commander Cody with the Republic symbol in the background. This is kind of more like an artist's illustration more than a picture, which is pretty cool. It's a totally different style than the other Commander Cody, and it's neat because it shows his face up close and personal. It almost looks like it could be his Republic ID on his Republic ID card, or what gets scanned in on the computer whenever they're identifying who he is. Right here we have our final display of window tiles for today. I have more on order, and there'll be more coming, but for today's video, this is what we have. So again, we have another Cody. So if these types of videos are things that you're interested in, if you like LEGO videos, if you've appreciated this video, I'd like to encourage you to please give us a like, and it really helps the YouTube algorithm to generate more people to come to find our page and to be able to view our videos. Each like helps to push the video a little bit further to different YouTube audiences, so it really means a lot to us, and we certainly appreciate it when you guys do that. And like I was saying, if you like these types of videos or LEGO videos in general, please check out our other videos and give us a subscription, because it also really helps us a lot. We really appreciate everyone who comes and spends their time watching our channel, and my son and I work really hard in these videos, and we love your support, so thank you so much. Let's get back to the tiles. All right, and our next one in the middle there, we have 501st Trooper. Looks like he's in the middle of a battle. Maybe he's on Christophsis. Not quite sure. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Captain Rex or not, but either way, it's a really cool tile, especially with the way it's backlit with the explosion coming from the character's left-hand side, our right-hand side. We see some laser fire and the way that the blue highlights, and it's just a really, really moving, action-packed tile. Right here we have Bosk. I don't believe I've ever seen another Bosk tile, so they're all one of one, but this one may be even more rare because I think this is the only time I've ever seen this particular character featured on a window. And the detail and the color in this is it's beautiful, especially when it's backlit on one of these marquee billboards, so don't want to miss out on that guy for sure. And up next on the right we have, looks like a Phase 2 Trooper. Not really positive about his uniform, if he's just a regular Phase 2 or not, or if he's part of a specific legion. But either way, it's a really cool standard tile, and kind of has a really cool military ID card kind of feel to it, like a documentary picture almost. All right, and here we have this Shock Trooper, Heavy Shock Trooper, Coruscant Guard. Looks like he's got his backpack on with his chain gun, probably laying waste to some battle droids in the distance, or he's on patrol. Either way, it's an amazing figure. You can see the sun in the background kind of peeking through, either from behind that branch a little bit. You can see the way it's illuminating the clouds, and the detail in these it's just absolutely amazing. As nice as this looks on a video, it looks even more amazing in person. And next we have on the right this ARF Trooper, ARF Trooper. There aren't too many tiles that have the black background, but in these circumstances I think it really pops, especially when the subject matter is white or bright colored. It really looks cool. It's a nice helmet. Really makes the helmet pop. And here we have General Maximilian Veers. General Veers, you may start your landing. It's a really cool picture. It's kind of I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's a lot of different shading used. It's more of a painting style than a picture or a drawing. At least that's my uneducated opinion. But either way, the way the colors contrast and the way it kind of goes from dark on our viewing right or his left to bright on the left. Maybe his hatch is open and his walker, and there's some sunlight coming through as he's plotting his strategy. Either way, it's just a really cool tile, and I think I've only seen 2 General Veers tiles, so it makes it even that much more awesome. And finally, on the right, our last tile for today, we have another Dengar, but this one's a little bit different. This is Dengar more of an illustrated cartoon style. The other one was a little bit more photorealism. This one is definitely more cartoon influenced. He looks really cool. He looks tough. He kind of reminds me of the Dengar from, if you're familiar with the Star Wars Lego animated series, whether it's the Freemakers or different series, but he kind of reminds me of that version of Dengar. But either way, Dengar is an awesome character, and he's underdeveloped, and hopefully that will be changing soon. So if that does, this tile will certainly be worth even more than it is now as a one-of-a-kind. Okay, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you. We appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button if you found this video even remotely entertaining or enjoyable. If you're interested in any of these windows at all, reach out. You can find us at Red 5 Trading Company on eBay. You can find us at Red 5 Trading Company on Whatnot. You can find us at Red 5 Trading Company on Instagram. There are a lot of different ways to reach us. You could even message us through YouTube. Direct pricing is always going to be cheaper than if we have to go through a middleman brokering system like eBay or a place like that, because they take a cut. But if you message us directly, we'll definitely work out a better deal for you, and we can do a nice secure payment through PayPal or any other means. Anyway, either way, we appreciate you watching, and we hope that you enjoy these tiles as much as we do. Honestly, if they sell, great. If they don't, they make an amazing collection, and especially when they're put on these marquee light boards, they just look absolutely stunning, so I wouldn't mind keeping them either. So we appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we hope that you come back again soon. Please like and subscribe. Thanks again. See you next time on Brick Brigade 99.